The final part to question 16a, part 6. A BMI number alone might not mean much to the average person, so a more meaningful output might be one of the 4 BMI categories. Whether you're underweight, whether you have normal weight, whether you're overweight or obese. So extend the program so that it displays the BMI category according to the BMI ranges in the table below. So we have the category here that if your BMI is less than 18.5, you are underweight. If it is from 18.5, which is inclusive of 18.5, up to 24.9, you're normal. If you're overweight, if you're from 25 to 29.9, so I can see, I think, a little bit of a bug there, because what if somebody enters in 24 point, or what if you get a BMI of 24.95, and in fact you won't, because you'll be corrected to 1 decimal place, and that's why it's set like that, so that will catch that. And also there you've got obese, it's greater than or equal to 30. So we've got some sample data to test out then when we get that done. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to do a little if statement here now. And so let's see, just have a look at the sample output here. Welcome to my BMI calculator, we're already doing that. Enter your weight, enter your height. You're being told what your BMI is as well, and then you're told that whatever category you are. So what we need to do is we need to go after the print statement here, and we need to say, use an if statement here. And what we're going to do, so I might pull this back a bit because we'll have a bit more room here. Category. Okay, so determine category, a little comment there, and sure you can put in part 6, determine category. So what I'm going to do here, it looks like if the BMI is less than 18.5, well, we're going to print normal, I guess. Elif, well, if it's not less than 18.5, it must be more than it, or it must be 18.5 or more. So Elif BMI now, the next thing I'm going to say, if it's less than or equal to 24.9, if that's the case, so if it's greater than 18.5, it's going to do this check first to see if it's less than 24.9, less than or equal to it. And if that's the case, we'll get the first one was underweight, apologies there. So this one should be underweight. This one should be normal. The next one, again, we're going to have an Elif BMI is less than or equal to 29.9. And what we're going to get here now is print overweight. And finally, our last clause, well, if it does check and it's less than 18.5, well, it's going to be underweight. If it's not less than 18.5, it's going to do the next check, which is less than 24.9. So it must be greater than or equal to 18.5, and less than or equal to 24.9. You're normal. Or then if it's more than 24.9, you're going to be checking if it's less than or equal to 29.9, and therefore if it's not any of them, well, it must be more than 29.9. so else here should always be your final clause in an if statement, else here print obese. So we've got some sample data to test here, and if my memory serves me correctly, this sample data, there's one of them that doesn't work correctly or something like that. So enter the weight, it's 50, the height is 165 centimeters. You get an BMI of 18.4. I think that is the one that has the error in it. So this is actually the paper from the State Examinations Commission, so their mistake. 18.3 they've down here when it should be 18.4. and it's underweight. So they have the BMI category correct. So that's the first piece of sample data. Let's run it again. And in fact, I get an error there, hit enter, but I want to let you to see it. So we're going to run it again. and we're going to have 70 and 170. You always do this to give you sample data. 24.2, and that's correct, and you get normal BMI category class. Lovely. Go again, run again, and we're going to do 90 and 180. We've already used 90 and 180 to give us 27.8, which is an overweight category class. And last but not least, we have 90 and 170, which is going to give us an obese. So our test data is definitely matching up with our sample data, our expected outputs from our sample data. So that is part A, part 6, and it says save and close your file before moving on to the next part. So make sure it's saved, and see you in the next part.